talk about Kyushu Level 2-3 on Part 1, General Discussion with Alex. Hi Alex, how are you?
Hi Tim, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine. I like introducing these videos. I don't know. It makes me feel really important. Like I'm broadcasting to a large audience of 54 people. So anyway, well, let's talk about Kyushu. How long have you lived here, Alex?
I've lived here for just over a year and a half now. But I've been visiting Fukuoka since I was a child.
I know that your mom is from here, isn't she?
Yes, yeah. So I've been coming to visit family and doing, I guess, short trips and some day trips around Kyushu.
Oh, that's great. That's great. What's your favorite place here?
My favorite place is Nabegataki.
Nabegataki.
Yeah. Actually, the picture right behind me here.
Wow, it's a very nice picture. It looks really beautiful.
It's a really nice place, and actually really easy to get to.
So, how many times have you been there? Many times, Alex?
I've been here 3 times. I went here actually 3 times in, I think, 4 months.
Wow.
Well, visiting with different people, but I really liked this place.
What's a place in Kyushu that you haven't been to? And you would like to go?
I'd quite like to go to Ibuski.
Ibuski, right? It's a cool name, right? It sounds Russian a little bit.
Yeah, but almost I think as far from Russia as you can get though.
Yeah, in Japan, right?
Kyushu, yeah.
Ibuski is famous for its sand baths, right?
Yeah. I think I'd like to try it, but I wouldn't like to be buried up to my neck. I think I'd probably do it to maybe my waist, half buried. I don't know, the idea of being fully buried.
It triggers some phobia, or?
I guess so. Well, I just don't like the idea of it.
Well, that's good. I mean, like, in adventure movies, sometimes the main protagonist is buried and there are like killer ants coming towards him or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I want.
It may make you feel very heroic. Is there any other part of Kyushu except Fukuoka that you would ever consider living in?
Oh, that's a good question. No, actually, I really like Fukuoka. I guess if I did maybe Nagasaki, I quite liked Nagasaki when I went there, or like Sasebo.
Cool.
But yeah, I think Fukuoka is my favorite place, like to live in Fukuoka, in Kyushu.
It certainly has the most comforts, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of.
I know. I mean, for me, a couple of years ago, I went to Miyakojima, and I could see myself in an alternate universe living there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm always really attracted to the sea, beaches, islands. So one of my dreams is to have a barbecue every day. So so I could picture myself there having barbecues every day. Not sure how I would make a living, but I could teach English in my spare time, I suppose. I see. Okay. Thank you very much, Alex.
Thank you.
Part 2, the itinerary. So, Alex, a mutual friend of ours, is traveling to Kyushu for 7 days this spring. What do you think is a good itinerary? For a start, where do you think we should start our 7-day adventure?
Well, of course, being in Fukuoka, it's definitely worth going around the major sightseeing spots.
How long would you stay in Fukuoka?
I'd probably say 1 day. If like our friend wants to see a lot of different places.
Okay, 1 day in Fukuoka. Where would you go next?
I'd say a place to see is probably like Sasebo. So I wonder if you could take like a ferry or a boat from Hakata Bay to Sasebo. I think you can do that, yeah?
Yes, I think you can. That's a good idea. I think. Well, and another idea is to go to Sasebo by car through Saga. Saga is one of my favorite places for food. I like Saga beef. It's good food. It has good food. But the ferry to Sasebo sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
Nagasaki is a nice place, right? Slightly off the beaten track, I would probably go to Unzen, which is one of my favorite places in Fukuoka, in Kyushu. It has great food and great nature there, especially in spring. It's a perfect season for hiking as well.
Okay. Well, what's the best way to get to Unzen from Nagasaki?
I think you either have to go on a tour bus or something, or just drive. Basically, there's no train. But the good thing about going to Unzen is that then you can ride on the ferry and get yourself to Kumamoto, basically.
Okay.
So, and Kumamoto opens up many possibilities, doesn't it? Where in Kumamoto would you recommend our friend to go?
Well, of course, Kumamoto Castle.
Mm-hmm.
Even because they're doing the repair works, I think it's still worth a visit. It's just a nice area, I think, in Kumamoto. Mm-hmm. But honestly, I don't really know Kumamoto so well. I went there a long time ago and I don't remember it.
In which case, I think Aso is a must-see place.
Out into the countryside, yeah?
And must-see, like Minami Aso is, I think, a must-stay place.
Yeah.
And Kumamoto has amazing food as well.
Yeah.
I think maybe my favorite Kyushu food is the akaushi beef in Kumamoto.
I'm seeing a pattern of beef and steaks here.
I'm not a big steak eater, but yeah. There is definitely a pattern, right?
Yeah.
So Aso is a place just famous for its natural beauty, I think. And you can go to the Kandala, like in Aso too.
Yeah.
You can ride a horse.
In the caldera, yeah.
Caldera, right? So I think it's a really beautiful place. Yeah. And also near there, maybe Takachiko is also worth a visit.
I was going to recommend the opposite way to Kuju.
Right.
So I wonder if you could do kind of a loop to Aso, Kuju, Aso, Takachiho, Kuju.
I am not good at directions, but I'm sure you can. How many days do you think, how many days would you stay at each place?
I'd say probably 1 day in Fukuoka. For Nagasaki, maybe half a day.
Mm-hmm.
How long would you spend in Unzen? Half a day?
I would stay a day there.
I wonder if it'd be worth going from Fukuoka to Nagasaki, half a day in Nagasaki, and then stay overnight in Unzen.
That is a possibility. I mean, if you like a busy schedule.
7 days, a lot to see.
That is true. I would go with Fukuoka for 1 day, maybe Saganas, Nagasaki for 1.5 or 2 days, and Kumamoto 2 days, Oita 1 day, and then back to Fukuoka, something like that.
Yeah, that sounds like a busy schedule, but doable, and it sounds really good.
And not all very far away apart from each other. You can just drive in the day and just relax at a nice place at night, and then just go on your trip.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Awesome. Sounds like a good itinerary.
Let's send it to our friend. Thank you, Alex. Thank you so much for today. Have a great day.
Yeah, and you.